In the vast land of China live 56 nationalities. The Han ethnic group accounts for over 90% of China's total population. Other ethnic groups in China are called minority ethnic groups. Deeply rooted in the dynamic cultures of different minority ethnic groups with their characteristics, the costumes and accessories with riotous color, various styles, exquisite patterns, and unique craftsmanship render a strong visual impact of beauty. The Tibetan ethnic group, closer to the sky than anyone else in the world, lives on the Qinghai Tibetan Plateau, which is known for its bitter coldness, varies greatly in temperature between day and night. In their nomadic life, the Tibetan people wear loose and heavy Tibetan robes against the cold winds in the daytime and use them as quilts during the night. The Tibetan Autonomous Region, where the people of Tibetan ethnic groups mainly inhabit in compact communities, together with Yunnan Province, Sichuan Province, Chongqing City, and Guizhou Province, are China's southwest region. This is the region that has the most minority nationalities in China. For certain geographical and historical reasons, costumes and accessories of different ethnic groups vary from each other. In the Tibetan Autonomous Region, ethnic costumes are different from one area to other areas. In agricultural regions, Tibetan robes are mainly made of woolen cloth and silk with relatively simple decorative designs. In Linzhi and Gongbujiangda, the robes are called guoxiu in the Tibetan language and are very similar in style for both the male and female, sleeveless, long robes. The Tibetan accessories are exquisite and expensive. One complete set of Tibetan clothing and accessories is usually valued at several thousands or even tens of thousands of yuan. In tradition, for frequent migratory reasons, the main assets of Tibetans, besides the livestock and simple tools for work and life, are the very valuable garment accessories. Some Tibetan people live in Sichuan Province and Gansu Province. Local people call them the White Horse Tibetans. Like Tibetans in other areas, men of the White Horse Tibetans usually wear Tibetan robes, while the women wear long gowns. The lower part of the gown is a pleated skirt. The gowns usually have sun rays or oval-shaped decorative patterns. It is believed that the sun rays pattern represents the sun. To the White Horse Tibetans, the sun is feminine in nature, and the oval patterns on female garments is an expression of such belief. As to the sun rays pattern, it is very much similar to the left-turn swastika in Buddhism, which is called Yongzhong in the Tibetan language, meaning eternity and forever. In the southeastern part of the Himalayas, known as the Roof of the World, live the people of the Monba ethnic group. Monba people's lifestyle is deeply influenced by the Tibetan ethnic group. The traditional costumes of Monba people are also gowns, but smaller in size, shorter, and more convenient for movement. The Monba women have the habit of adorning themselves with jewelry. Buddhists usually wear an ornament called the gewu, just like an amulet of the Han people. Like the Munba people of the Luoba ethnic group also live in the forest region in the Tibet Autonomous Region. The Luoba men usually wear bearskin hats. It is made of a rattan-plaited round helmet covered with a piece of bare face skin, about 30 square centimeters. It is believed that the thick and durable bearskin can help protect people against wild animal attacks from behind. The Luoba women wear collarless Chinese-style jackets called the jidu, with straight skirts that go over the knee and leg wrappings over the lower legs. As time passes on, new materials for the traditional Luoba costumes have replaced old ones, while the traditional dressing styles have remained the same. The Qiang ethnic group, living mainly in Sichuan province, is known for its long history of thousands of years. The Qiang people used to make their living by animal husbandry, and that has given a strong influence to some customs in their traditional costume. One such example is the long sheepskin jackets, which can be worn by both men and women. It can fight the coldness in winter and keep from the rain in summer when worn inside out. It is convenient and practical. The traditional costume of a Qiang man is a long jacket with a slanted front, mostly plain in color and without any decoration. In the past, both Qiang men and women wore leg wrappings and embroidered shoes, but in recent years, they don't wear the leg wrappings anymore, but continue to wear the embroidered shoes. The methods of wrapping and designs of the headdress of Qiang women vary from place to place. Among them, the tile-shaped headdress in the Chugu area and the Muka area of Li County of Sichuan province are the most typical ones. Some minority ethnic groups in southwest China share the same origins and similar living environment to the ancient Qiang people. Their costumes are similar in style, with short, light jackets, convenient for movement. Women wear pleated skirts or straight skirts, while men wear trousers. The garments are embroidered with different patterns at the edges and on the chest section. The Yi ethnic group, living in Sichuan province, Guizhou province, Yunnan province, and other places, are descendants of the ancient Qiang people migrating south, who married with the local native tribes. The Yi ethnic group has developed many branch ethnic groups of its own. It is believed that there are more than 30 such branch groups. These branch groups have different costumes, and they all highly value the black color, a phenomenon that is closely related to the ancient Yi people's totem for the black tigers. The garment front, neckline, and the cuffs of Yi women's costumes are edged with various kinds of patterns of unique beauty. With primitive craftsmanship and simple tools, the quick-witted and nimble-fingered silversmiths of the Miao ethnic group could produce the most exquisite silver ornaments. Women of the Miao ethnic group wear various kinds of silver ornaments from head to foot. The Miao people mainly live in several provinces in southwest China. The largest Miao population comes from Guizhou province, more than 50% of the total Miao people in the country. Women of the Miao ethnic group enjoy hundreds of garment styles, various hairstyles, and all kinds of silver ornaments. In Yunnan province, where different ethnic groups live on the same mountain and the weather is different just 5 kilometers away, is the home to 25 different Chinese minority ethnic groups, topping other provinces in the country. Among the 25 ethnic groups, the Han, the Dai, the Naxi, the Lisu, the De'ang, and the Dulong ethnic groups live only in Yunnan. Most Lisu, Nu, and Dulong people live in the mountains along the Nujiang rivers and Dulong rivers. The people of the Lisu ethnic group mainly live on farming. Branch groups of the Lisu people differ from the color of Lisu women's garments. Among them are the white Lisu, black Lisu, and florid Lisu, respectively. The costume of the white Lisu women is usually a short jacket with a dark-colored right front, white long linen skirt, and the ila hat made of coral pearls, spiral shells, and little copper pearls. The costume of the black Lisu women is basically black and blue in color, which contrasts sharply with that of the white Lisu women who live nearby. And that's the reason why they are called the black Lisu. One interesting thing is that the Lisu and the Nu ethnic groups have lived in the same area over a long period of time. The women's costumes of these two ethnic groups are so similar that outsiders can hardly tell one from the other. The differences lie in the patterns of the lines on their white linen skirts. The Nu ethnic group used to make their living by hunting and collecting wild plants. Today, to the men of the Nu ethnic group, their crossbows are not just a tool for hunting, but rather an indispensable ornament as the symbol of their handsomeness and bravery. One particular thing we must mention about the Dulong ethnic group is their handmade Dulong blanket. It is a kind of blanket made of linen fabric. The blanket is widely used in the lives of the Dulong people as a mattress or a quilt, even a dress. Many Dulong people like to wear a Dulong blanket over their clothes as an ornament, no matter what kind of clothes they are wearing. The Han ethnic group, well known for their terraces, lives in the mountain areas in southwest Yunnan province. The Han people make their clothes out of dark blue hand-woven cloth. Most Han men wear jackets and long trousers and wrap their heads with a piece of black or white cloth. The Han women usually wear collarless jackets with a lapel on the right side and long trousers or skirts of different lengths with various silver ornaments. The Han women in the Honghe area like to add fake blue edges along the lower hems of their clothes, which not only makes the garments prettier, but also is a local custom of showing respect for the elders. The Naxi ethnic group mainly lives in the Lijiang region of Yunnan province, where they are still using their own hieroglyphs today. The most distinctive Naxi costume is the sheepskin cape of 7 stars over the shoulders of the Naxi women. On this shawl, side by side, there are 7 embroidered cloth circles of about 6 centimeters in diameter. It means going to work in the fields before dawn and coming home after dark, symbolizing the diligence and bravery of the Nashi people. Some people believe that the Nashi people consider frogs as their god of wisdom and that it can help people in danger or in difficulties. The round patterns represent the eyes of the frogs. This is the remnant of frog totem in history. The Nashi people living at the Lugu Lake in Ninglang County call themselves the Mosuo. They keep the customs of a matriarchal society. People there don't get married. Instead, they walk their marriages, and the affections between the two will decide whether they will continue their relationship. Mosuo girls like to wear short shirts with long lapels and long pleated skirts that reach the feet. They coil their hair on top of their heads with oxtail hair and black thread. Each year on April 11 comes the traditional water splashing festival of both the Dai ethnic group and the Doang ethnic group. This festival originated from India and was an ancient religious rite of Brahmanism. It was taken up by Buddhism later and came to Yunnan province about 700 years ago. Almost all the Dai people are Buddhists. The Dai men's costumes, similar in all regions, are a collarless Chinese-style jacket or short shirt, long trousers, and a piece of head-wrapping cloth in white, bright pink, or blue color. The Dai women's costumes, however, vary from region to region. The Dai girls in Xinping and Yuanjiang wear short shirts and long black skirts with several layers of colorful cloth tied over the skirt at the waist, together with some silver ornaments. Therefore, they are called the color waist Dai. The Doang ethnic group lives in southwest Yunnan. Their traditional costumes basically maintain the features of their forefathers. It is said that in ancient times, the Doang women traveled far from home. The Doang men, in order to keep their women, made a big rattan and bamboo ring around their women's waists. Gradually, the rattan and bamboo waist rings became a symbol of the Doang women's costumes. Today, when a Doang girl grows up and goes steady with her boyfriend, the boy, at the girl's agreement, can tie a specially made rattan and bamboo ring around her waist as a token of their love. The drum tower in the village of the Dong ethnic group is called the Arhat Tower. It is the spiritual symbol of the Dong people. The Dong people mainly live in Liping and Songjiang in Guizhou province, and Sanjiang and Rongshui in Guangxi. The Dong people wear garments made of their hand-weaved and dyed cloth, called Dong cloth, of cyan, white, and blue color. The Dong women like silver ornaments, for the shining silver ornaments can make them look dignified and graceful. The Dong girls usually wear collarless Chinese-style jackets and long trousers or short skirts. In some places, they wear leg wrappings as well. In the past, people of the Dong ethnic group did not have their own written language. Many traditions, daily customs, and etiquette were handed down from one generation to the next by singing Dong folk songs. The Han people have written language, so they write books, while the Dong people had no written language, but songs. The forefathers sang to the fathers, and the fathers sang to the children and grandchildren. The song gives a vivid picture of the Dong people's life. Dong folk songs consist of one high pitch plus several low pitches with many parts, but without a conductor or orchestra for accompaniment. The songs imitate the sounds of Mother Nature, such as insects, birds, and the streams in the mountains. The songs sing the praises of life, work, love, and friendship. In China, the South Central and Southeast regions refer to the following provinces in one autonomous region of local minority ethnic group: Guangdong, Hunan, Hubei, Fujian, Zhejiang, Anhui, and Taiwan provinces, and the Guangxi-Zhuang ethnic group autonomous region. Here in these regions live the Zhuang, Yao, Tujia, She, and Gaoshan ethnic groups. Ever since ancient times, the region has been known for its developed agriculture and the textile industry. Zhuang brocade and Tujia brocade are world-famous textiles of Chinese minority ethnic groups. Most people of the Zhuang ethnic group live in the Guangxi-Zhuang autonomous region. Zhuang men's costumes are plain and succinct, with slight differences from area to area, while on the other hand, Zhuang women's costumes show apparent differences at different branches and in different areas. Zhuang women from Longzhou County in Guangxi love to wear a kind of plain but elegant gown decorated with color ribbons at the cuff, neckline, and along the edge of the garment. In Guangxi, the traditional costumes of Zhuang women from Longling County include one short jacket and a pleated skirt outside long trousers, so people call this collocation of garments a three-story building. The materials for the Zhuang costume are all locally produced and very easy to obtain. Even today, the Zhuang women in remote areas use traditional methods for spinning, weaving, and dyeing cloth. Some even make the dyes themselves. The Zhuang people believe that human beings come from heaven and earth, so wearing a blue dress is a symbol of the coexistence between man and heaven and earth, as well as harmony between man and nature. Therefore, the dark blue color becomes the basic color for traditional Zhuang costume. There are many branch groups of the Yao ethnic group. On big occasions, the women from the Pan branch of the Yao ethnic group in Guangxi usually wear tassels and silver plates on their chests. However, in different branches, people wear different numbers of silver plates. For women of the Chashan branch, on grand occasions, they will wear 3 40-centimeter long, arched silver hairpins that weigh half a kilogram. This has become one of the highlights of traditional Yao costume. The Yao people in Guangxi's Nandan County are known as the white short pant Yao, for the men there wear white pants. The style of men's jackets and the square patterns on the back of women's garments are closely related to their primitive worship. It is believed that the man's costumes are an imitation of the male golden pheasant, and the woman's the female golden pheasant. People of the She ethnic group live in the mountain areas of Fujian Province and Zhejiang Province. Their costumes are similar to those of some branches of the Yao people, except for some tiny differences like the line patterns. The traditional costume of She women is the phoenix costume. Their hair is worn in a bun at the top of the head. The silver phoenix coronet is made in the shape of a phoenix head. Wide patterns are embroidered at the collars, along the edges, and the two sleeves of women's costumes to symbolize the neck, waist, and two wings of a phoenix. The embroidered brocade around the waist symbolizes the tail of a phoenix. It is said that King Panghua, the forefather of the She ethnic group, took the legendary phoenix as the totem symbol of his tribe. Women who gave birth to a girl would be awarded with a phoenix costume. As an encouragement of baby boom, this practice lasts to this day. In Guangxi, the Jing ethnic group makes their living by fishery. The Jing people wear short jackets and trousers, nice and simple, very convenient for walking in the water and traveling by boat. Jing women still wear that traditional garment with slight changes in style. The Gaoshan ethnic group enjoys rich folk legends and fairy tales. With many branch groups, the patterns on Gaoshan costumes are either realistic or geometric. The realistic designs include snakes, human head portraits, and human figure images. The geometric designs include rhombus, lines, broken lines, and triangles. Due to the restrictions on the length of the material, the Gaoshan people in Taiwan province used to wear a rectangle jacket with 4 pieces joined together and T-shaped trousers before other styles came about, such as the Chinese-style jacket, jacket with rows of buttons, and clothes with ties. As time passes, the minority ethnic groups living in South China have experienced changes in lifestyle and yet continued their traditional costumes without any interruptions. The traditional costumes of China's ethnic minority groups are deeply rooted in Chinese civilization, with their gorgeousness, elegance, and broadness.